Hey y'all, just wanted to make a quick video. New scan tool, Autel MK900-TS. I got it hooked up to my 2018 4Runner right now. Just going to go through some of the quick options through the menu. It's the beep letting you know that it's connected. Typical Autel style menu, breaks it down by region, or you can put in some favorites so you can get to the ones that you normally would go to quickly if you're not doing a lot of stuff in the Asian, especially in the China region, which it does give you if you happen to be in that region. A lot of these car companies I've never even heard of, including Cherry. Interesting. But anyway, go back to favorites. I've got the most common ones programmed in here. We'll go to Toyota since we're in a Toyota. Boots up pretty quick, to about 60-ish seconds, I think, which, is not super fast compared to some tools, but it's pretty fast. So, we'll go to read VIN. There's a VIN. Okay. Do not have a smart key. That'll give you all the basic rundown of the vehicles. Hit yes, confirm that all that information is correct. It sits here figuring out which protocols it needs to talk to the computer. And we're in here. Go into Diagnosis, Auto Scan, and it'll hit all the menus, all the different modules that are in the car. I'm expecting there to be a TPMS code. Maybe there won't be. Get your little progress bar over here telling you percentage, and you can see as it's scanning through everything. Some of the systems in here I'm not going to have, like KDSS. This truck doesn't have that option. But nice to see that it's in there, because that is a system that definitely causes some problems on Toyota 4Runners. We're at 95%. We're at 100. And it looks like we're good. No faults on anything, not even TPMS, which is kind of surprising. And you'll get down here, you'll see stuff that has no response, because those things aren't in there. Alright, well, we'll back out of this. There's no problem there. Go into control unit, and I'll just pick engine. Gives you a quick description of what the module you're going into does. By the way, it also gives you current battery voltage up in the top corner. Definitely keep an eye on that. If you're car on to collect data, if you're running diagnostics, you definitely want to get a battery maintainer to put on all these modern vehicles. There are so many modules that are active. When the key is on, it will drain a battery down very quickly. So just go to live data. It's not really not going to say much of anything because the truck is not on, but just to kind of go in there and be like, hey, there it is. Alright. Yep. Right now it's got pretty much nothing because the truck's not on. But you scroll down, you can see all the different data PIDs. You can select them individually. The little drop-down menu, which I am pretty new to Autel tools, so I haven't done a whole lot of investigating through what all these little icons mean. But I'm going to, and maybe that'll be another video to pass that knowledge on to other people once I gain it, because that's what I like to do. This also does have a sensor to auto darken and lighten depending on wherever you see the screen just dip. Move my hand away, it goes back bright again. It's up in the left hand corner here, so just keep an eye on that. But yeah, got some data there. It's voltage, whatnot for the EPP, throttle body, which, you know, it's really not doing a whole lot right now. And then down on the bottom here, you can select everything. If you wanted to monitor all the different data PIDs, I would not recommend doing that on any scan tool, because all it's going to do is drop your refresh rate down to next to nothing. Pick what you want to look at, select that. If you have a lot of PIDs you want to look at them, you know, as you need to, and then stop looking at them when you don't need them, just to save yourself the time and the refresh rate. Go into special functions, see what's in here. This truck does not have electronic parking brakes, so that's not something I would need to worry about. However, if you do have a car that has electronic parking brakes, something like this is definitely going to be a tool that you may want to invest in. If your vehicle doesn't have the ability to put the parking brakes into service mode through either the IPC or through the parking brake switch itself. So yeah, that's just a quick little video kind of intro on this. I haven't had a lot of time to really go through it and use it yet. But that is definitely something we're going to be. One of the other features of this is this actually does have an Autel TPMS tool built into it. And you can see by the little icon there, it tells you that if you're going to be testing sensors, you want to be doing it on this corner of the scan tool. And you know what? It's just an extra thing, which sometimes, hey, maybe somebody just needs the TPMS light looked at. And you already have this handy. Cool. You can just run out there and do it with this, as opposed to, going and hunting down your TPMS tool, booting it up and everything. Because usually our scan tools are, at least at my shop, most of our scan tools stay on most of the day as we're doing a lot of diagnostics. But anyway, yeah, that's the quick and dirty of it. By the way, as you're down here, these are all the typical Autel icons. Tells you that you're connected to the VCI, tells you that you're connected to the car. And then these are all little shortcuts to get to different things if you need them to. And down in the right-hand corner, tells you that the Bluetooth's working to the VCI. You have Wi-Fi. I would definitely make sure that you have this on a Wi-Fi connection. You're going to need it, especially if you are going to be going into anything that requires auto-auth. That is now becoming a standard. Where you need not only Wi-Fi, you also need a current and updated scan tool onto the current subscription and currently updated software of whatever line you are trying to get into. This is mainly used on Chrysler products, but Ford is also on there now, and I know that there are others that are joining it. Some are going through auto-auth, so you only have to pay for that one subscription to get multiple vehicle lines. Others are doing their own type of secure gateway, Mitsubishi being one of them. So that is something to definitely keep an eye on. But something like this, where it's, this is not a super expensive scan tool. This is under $1,000, and it will do a lot. It's a pretty powerful little thing. And there is a version of this that does not have the TPMS in it. I would spend the extra money and get the TPMS. It's one less tool you have to have. You just, you can carry this around and do everything, including TPMS stuff, which we all know we have a lot of cars that end up with TPMS problems. Especially once they get 5-6 years old and the batteries start dying, you'll have customers come in and complain that their TPMS light's on, they'll have dead sensors, or, if you're doing oil changes and rotations and you have to relearn position of the sensors, if you're doing it, and you don't have a TPMS tool already, well, now you'll have one along with a scan tool. To me, that's worth it. So yeah, that's about it. I'll talk to you guys later.